What up? What up? What up? What up,
Yo,
man?
what's up, everybody? Yeah, my God, I'm shocked. Oh man. Yo, what's up, everybody? Your boy Big Shaw here. I got the gang with me today. We're gonna talk about the NBA draft that's coming up. It blew my mind today. I thought maybe Utah or Washington would get the Cooper Flag sweepstakes, but that changed it. That changed that fast. So who's getting Cooper Flag? So I'm gonna introduce everybody. Uh, Man, I'm still shot behind that before I get into it. I was like, man, he may go to Washington, he may go to Charlotte, but
Said he got the Soldier
I'm
Boy
going to
shirts.
Dallas. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, like you say. So,
Soldier Boy shade.
yeah, man, I'm still shocked. Man. I gotta get a shot of Hennessy real quick. I gotta get a shot of Hennessy right quick.
Man,
Yeah, my boy Bonnet, man. You know he out there in Dallas, so he a Houston fan though,
boy.
but he out there in Dallas right now
So,
or Texas.
man, so what's going on now with the Cooper Flag sweepstakes? So who's gonna? So it's Dallas the place for Cooper Flag. We're gonna start it off right now. I got my Hennessy going right now. So let's go. What do you guys think about the Dallas Mavericks now? And who has the last laugh? So, Rob, what you think, man? I'm
Man,
hurt.
I'm gonna be
I'm
honest
hurt.
with you. I think the NBA, is rigged up. It is because how ironic does the Dallas Mavs, who had less than a 2% chance to get the first overall pick, they get it after trading away Luka to LA. And like I said before, when they traded Luka to LA, LA was the only team that they talked to about the trade. They could have probably got, well, I ain't gonna say probably, they could have gotten better offers from other teams, but they didn't talk to no other team but LA. But Nico Harrison, who's the GM of Dallas, he used to work for Nike, right? And Rob Pelinka used to be Kobe's agent, and Kobe was a Nike client. So that's how Rob Pelinka, the general manager of the Lakers, who was the former agent of Kobe Bryant, when Kobe was at Nike, that's how he knows Nico Harrison, because they were at Nike together. So they already had some, they already had like a relationship, and they was already familiar with each other from Kobe's time when he was, RP to Kobe when he was living and he was a Nike client, and Rob Pelinka was his agent. So they already knew each other. And they, like I said, they talked to no other team but the Lakers and got a deal done for Luka. And like I said, it shocked everybody. It wasn't nothing that was rumored. It was just
In your face.
yesterday, Luka was a Dallas Mav, and then 24 hours later, he was an LA Laker. Like, there was no breaking coverage covering no rumors or nothing. It was just breaking news. And it happened like that. And now all the fans in Dallas got pissed at Nico. They threatened the dude to the point where he had to get extra security. He showed up to the games. They was chanting they need to sell the team. They need to fire Nico. They was doing all that taunting, all that to Nico. And I just seen something today where they had a Dallas Mavs. It was a customized jersey and had Luka number on the back. And I think the back of the number, the back where the name go in the back, it had something about trade Luka or fire Nico or something like that. And Luka Doncic signed it. And I think they was auctioning it away or something like that. I just seen that today. And now they had less than 2% chance to get the first overall pick, and they get it. So now they got all kind of options. I don't even think, to me personally, I don't even think they're gonna keep Cooper Flag, because now you can get Giannis. Like, you could throw Klay Thompson in there with that first pick. You could throw Daniel Gafford in there. You could throw some fillers off some future picks and some bench players, and now you got a blockbuster deal to get Giannis. So now you will have Giannis, and you'll have Giannis, Kyrie, whenever they redo his deal to sign him back or whatever, AD. So now that'll be your three, and then you got Derek Lively. So you got all kind of options.
And Klay Thompson,
Dallas Mavs. Even if you keep Cooper Flag, you still solid if you keep Cooper Flag.
I'll keep him if I was down. So I'll keep him.
I never really. Like, I got to go back and watch Cooper Flag, man. I never really checked him out. But
Cooper Flag was a baller. He did his thing.
nah,
He
I've never
did
heard
his
nothing
thing.
bad about him. I ain't never heard nothing bad about Cooper Flag, so I need to go check him out though. But Dallas in a good situation that even if they keep him, and they could trade that pick. So either way, Dallas
They
is
are
good
the
right now.
win-win. They in a
Yeah.
win-win
Exactly.
situation. Nico looking like a genius now, even though it's rigged up.
Yeah, I'll say keep him. You know, make the fans happy. Get back to their good graces. I keep him, and I'll build around him. So, Doc, what do you think about the Dallas Mavericks? Cooper Flag. Do you like it?
Yeah, like Ralph just said, it's a win-win situation for him. Yeah, like they could package a deal with that first overall pick, get Giannis, or they could get anybody, but right now Giannis is the one I get. Or they could keep Cooper Flag and still be in a good situation with Flag, Kyrie, Clay, AD, and then Lively coming off the bench. Or you know what I'm saying? They got a cool little bench. So they got Gafford. They be that's a big team, man. And then they got some good guards if they keep Cooper Flag, as from what I could tell.
Yeah.
He a guard or what?
Yeah, Dallas in the win-win. Yeah, they're in the win situation right now.
What do he play? What position he play? A guard?
And you know it'll be so.
Yeah,
it'll be worse.
Point guard, shooting guard.
Okay.
Look at Flag. Was he a point guard or a shooting guard?
No, Cooper Flag. I think
forward.
he was like either small forward or power forward. I think he was a
I think
small
he was
forward.
he was a small forward, I think. Because he ball like because I watched a lot of do basketball, but correct me if I'm wrong. He had the ball like most of the time, you know. But they did have a lot of great players that played like around Cooper Flag as well. I know one of the guys he went back to Duke. So, but I'm ready to see. But Cooper Flag was pretty damn good.
Man, boy.
So he was pretty damn good, man. I just hope Dallas.
It's gonna be hard to mess this up. It's gonna be kind of hard to mess this up.
Man, you know what'd be even worse? What if LeBron just don't re-sign with Dallas? I mean, what if Bron don't re-sign with LA? I mean, what if he just don't re-sign with the Lakers? He just opt out and say, "Man, I'm out." So now Rico really looking like a genius. He really be looking like a genius.
Yeah, because they not winning. They've been looking at not winning.
No,
yeah, that'd be crazy if LeBron get up out of there and just leave Luka with that team right now. That's ugly.
That's a bad man. It's just like the Damian Lillard and Giannis. But the Giannis sweepstakes. So, what would be the best place for Giannis? I'm hearing San Antonio and Golden State.
I wish.
That's what I'm hearing. So, what do you guys think the best spot for Giannis? I know he's gonna win now. He don't want to wait. He want to win another championship.
I mean, with us, only people we could give up is Kuminga. It's all good, Donovan. The only person we really could get is give up Kuminga and some picks. I'll give up Podzinski. I give up
Draymond too.
Draymond got to go for real.
It's time.
Yeah, give up him for Giannis. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's win now. Steph ain't young. None of them boys is young right now. What's the name we just traded for? Jimmy Butler ain't young. None of them boys is young. So yeah, we in the win right now too. So if we give, you know what I'm saying, yeah, we could give Draymond, Pods, and Kuminga, you know what I'm saying, even though Kuminga been balling right now, but yeah, that's a good look, you know what I'm saying, Kuminga having good games even if we lose. If Kuminga have some good playoff games, ship him up out of there and get Giannis, man. I'm with that.
I'm with it. I like it.
Man, to be real, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If you look at, well, first of all, it ain't a lot of teams that got the assets that Milwaukee is gonna be asking for Giannis, because Giannis ain't going for no chump change. It's gonna be a block. It's gonna be a huge blockbuster deal. So a lot of teams don't have the assets, the picks, the young players. They don't have what Milwaukee is gonna be wanting without having to get a third team involved. And the teams that do have them, it ain't but a couple of them that really make sense. Like the Brooklyn Nets, that don't make sense because they got the assets as far as the picks that and probably a young player too, but they not in win now mode.
Yeah, they're not going to do that to Giannis.
So Brooklyn wouldn't make sense. But if you go somewhere like OKC, a team that's in the playoffs now, that's a contender now, and they still got a ton of picks and they got young players. So he could go there and you put him there with SGA, Giannis, Chet Holmgren, and even if you give away some young players in the deal, which you probably gonna have to with picks, Sam Presti is so good at drafting at OKC, is like he ain't gonna do nothing but redraft players that's just as good as the ones he traded away. So I mean, if OKC don't get past Denver, I could see them jumping in the Giannis sweepstakes, because if you look at OKC, at times it seems like they don't have a go-to guy after Shai Gilgeous. Like you got guys that you could go to in the regular season, but you don't have guys with experience in the playoffs that you can go to. You know, it's different in the regular season than it is in the playoffs when you got to play a 7-game series. So they struggle after SGA when it comes to shot creation and scoring in the postseason. You know what I'm saying? So if they don't get past Denver, I could see them going and getting in the Giannis sweepstakes with all the assets that they got.
Yeah, they got talent over there, man, and the picks. Yeah, Brooklyn ain't gonna do it, man. I don't think they're gonna do that to Giannis, man. Send him to Brooklyn. Because like Ralph said, they not
New York is a major market, but I think Giannis is more into winning now.
Yeah, exactly.
He want that. He want
Brooklyn
championship.
Brooklyn ain't winning right now. Yeah, Brooklyn ain't winning no time soon unless another two more superstars go over there.
Nobody want to go to Brooklyn.
No, I mean, Brooklyn's gonna have to build their way up. They're going to have to build their way up.
Yeah, nobody going out there, even if Jay-Z is out there.
This would have been the perfect scenario for Brooklyn to get the first overall pick, to get Cooper Flag to start the build up. But
that would have helped, but they ain't get it. Yeah. I'm still shocked behind the NBA draft right now, though. I'm like, dang, man, Dallas is crazy.
Right, giving up your best player, trading your best player, and then getting the number one overall pick.
And then the Spurs was in the top 4.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so imagine if the Spurs had got Cooper Flag with Victor, and then they just got De'Aaron Fox this season.
Right. That'd be nasty.
That'd be nasty.
They still gonna be nice though.
Another one. I was talking about this the other day. When the Houston Rockets lost the series, the first thing I said was, I know who's probably gonna get traded, but then I said maybe they don't trade him. That Jalen, what's his name? Jalen Green? That's his name?
Green?
Yeah, Jalen Green.
I said he's gonna pack his bags.
Yeah, super inconsistent, man.
I said he's gonna pack his bags because I said if you're gonna be the man, you gotta perform. And I don't think. I mean, I'll tell you this. I don't think he's the guy. I think he should get traded because of Kevin Durant. I know he wants out of Phoenix.
You're not gonna give him another year?
No, I don't think so.
You getting him out of there? Oh, okay.
Get him out of there. I say get him out of there. Go get Kevin Durant out of Houston. That's what I would do.
Oh yeah, I mean, because that boy he had what 30-something one game and didn't even get 20 the rest of the games he played. So I don't know. Like,
he was good.
Because who else they got? They got Van Vliet. He played decent, and then the role
players,
everybody else pretty much played pretty cool except for Jalen Green. He just had a horrible series except for that one game.
He was inconsistent. I was like, dang, maybe he will have to pack his bag, but we'll see when that time comes. I don't know when they do the trades and stuff like that in the NBA, but I say trade him.
Yeah, I think they are going to trade him. I just think they keeping it kind of on the low now to kind of keep the leverage. I don't think they saying much about it, but they trying to keep as much leverage But I
Yeah.
think they're gonna trade Jalen Green. They might have to get a third team involved because
They probably.
Jalen Green and Devin Booker play the same position. So if you just do a trade between just Phoenix and Houston, then you're gonna have the whole nother situation all
It's
over
the same
again.
thing,
Bradley
yeah.
Beal. You're gonna have the same
Exactly.
Bradley Beal situation all over again. You're gonna get another player that play the same position as the player you already got. And then you still got Bradley Beal over there in Phoenix. So you basically gonna have 3 shooting guards.
With a
You know
no
what I
trade,
mean?
with a no trade clause. That's crazy.
It is crazy. That is real crazy.
Because I don't even think Kevin Durant is worth that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he's older.
Yeah, he is getting up there. How old is Kevin Durant? About what, 36? 36, 37?
I was about to say, I think he's 36, 37, because, I think he's around that age. I think he's over 35. I think he's over 35.
Yeah, he's over 35.
I think he's at least 36.
Yeah.
His time ticking too. Man. It was a question that someone asked me yesterday.
He 36. He 36.
He 36?
Yeah,
he's up there. She's up there. Dang. Okay. But one more thing before we get to the NFL. The schedule came out. With Anthony Edwards. I had an argument about this. I said I do think he's the face of the NBA. Do you guys think that Anthony Edwards is the face of the NBA right now? Even though he said he don't want it, but do you guys think he's the face of the NBA?
I'm trying to think of who else.
Yeah, I think he is now. Because, well, not just strictly because of this, but when they put the picture of him up beside MJ, he do look like he could be MJ, one of MJ's kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now that the way that he playing and looking like MJ, like he could be actually Jordan's son, like biological son. He looked like he could be his biological son. And the way that he's playing now, combined with how he trash talk and the style that he play, like, yeah, I can see he even though he said he don't want to be the face, he just the face by default. It's not like he's trying to be the face. It's just something that's just happening. You know what I'm saying? He ain't really trying. It's just something that's just naturally happening. And I don't see nobody else. Maybe Shai Gilgeous, but Shai Gilgeous is not an American player. He's a Canadian player. So everybody else is foreign players. Like Giannis is foreign, Jokic is foreign, Victor Wembanyama is foreign, SGA is foreign, Luka's foreign. Everybody else is foreign that could possibly be the face, except for Ant-Man. So he's the only, and he from down he from Atlanta. He really he gave you like that southern funk when he played like that.
For sure.
Yeah, he give you that. You know what I'm saying? You look at him, and if I didn't tell you he was from Atlanta, you'd be like, man, he looked like and sound what, especially when you watch his like post game interviews, like in the way he trash talk, he really is like an Atlanta dude. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
It's like
you can hear when he's talking too.
Yeah.
I like the way he talked.
Mm-hmm. Hell of a player.
He talking trash, but now that Ralph, you know what I'm saying, he mentioned the other players and they foreign players. Yeah, it got to be Ant-Man. Like Ja, he ain't that dude because the what stupid stuff he be doing.
He already had his chance.
That's what I'm saying.
He had building
up. He was going up there, but then he messed all that up that quick. So to me, it got to be Ant-Man, man.
It don't take long to mess up, something like that. Ja Morant, he had it in his hand, but all those incidents and stuff like that, the NBA don't want you up there, man. So I gotta go with that, man, too. Now with Golden State and Steph Curry, he's out again. Who needs to step up for Golden State to get the victory tonight? Because they need to win tonight. If not, their back's gonna be against the wall. I personally think they need Steph Curry to come back and save them, but he's out tonight. So who has to step up tonight?
Sure, Jimmy, Draymond, all them boys, Kuminga. If he want everybody, like they call him playoff Jimmy, though. You know what I mean? He did more with less. Well, I don't know because with this team, he got to be playoff Jimmy. That's the reason why we signed you. I mean, traded for you. We can't go down 3-1. 3-1 is pretty much a wrap. Even with Curry coming back, we're not gonna win for 3 straight. It's ugly right now. Like if Steph come back and we tie 2-2, I like our chances. Because even if he come back next game and we tie 2-2, he ain't gonna be 100%, man. Because hamstrings linger for a while. And but yeah, Jimmy Butler definitely gonna have to step up. Draymond gonna have to play some defense. Like they gonna have to play a good defensive game. Yeah, like all the bench guys. Looney, I don't know. I haven't seen my boy Post play in a while, but Looney he's kind of trash right now. Huh?
Did he foul out the last game?
Draymond fouled out, and then after Anthony Edwards dunked on Looney, he disappeared. So,
yeah,
man, it's definitely Jimmy Butler though out of everybody, but him and Draymond got to step it up, man. Draymond want to be a leader. You talk about, you know what I'm saying, people trying to do an agenda and all this. Like, nah, man, play your game, man. Huh?
See, I think he did it to himself.
He did do it to himself. Ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Man, come on, man. Like you the angry black man that ain't nobody else choking people out, you know what I'm saying, kicking people in their nuts and stuff like that. Yeah. Nah, you bring this on yourself, man.
He did it to himself.
Nobody trying to paint no picture of you being an angry black man. You did it to yourself, man.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Like you said, man, it's got to be Jimmy. You know, nobody was anticipating on Steph getting hurt. Nobody account for that, even though that's part of the game that happens.
Right.
But that's part of the I ain't gonna say part of. That's one of the main reasons they traded for Jimmy Butler, because Jimmy Butler was able to carry a Heat team to the finals twice. Right. So he was brought there to be a second option because they don't have a second option. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Buddy Hield is playing better than he been playing lately, but you don't look at Buddy Hield as a second option to step.
He's a role player.
State. Yeah, he just playing above his role now. You know what I'm saying? He had stretches during the season where he was like a no-show, but now he's starting to step up. But you don't really look at Buddy Hield like that. You know what I'm saying? And you don't even look at Draymond like that no more, because Draymond, we see every time Steph don't play, he pulls some type of antics where he fouls out the game.
Exactly. He don't want that heat on him.
He do something when Steph don't
play. Always.
So
I'm glad you see that. They always say I be hating on Draymond because that, but nah, I'm glad you said that, because every time Steph leaves out the game, him and Clay back in the day, and especially Steph, he find a way to get up out of there, man. Injury or act stupid.
He do something stupid. Either he get ejected or he foul out, or he just don't play his game.
Yeah.
And he seemed like he don't be interested in playing the game when Steph not out there.
Exactly. And people say,
so he do whatever. He silly fouls and foul out, or he get ejected, or he do something controversial. He gotta talk about it when Steph don't play. But Jimmy gotta be the guy. And Jimmy got hurt in that series against Houston where he fell on his hip. So I don't even know if he 100%, but he gotta play close to 100%, even if he ain't 100%, because that's really after Steph. If you don't count Jimmy Butler, all they really got is good role players. They don't really have a solid go-to guy that I can get a ball to and say,
Kuminga did, but Kuminga in the doghouse though. But he's forced it. Like Kuminga, he has to play because Steph is hurt. You know what I'm saying, and the size of Minnesota. You know what I mean? Like,
but it's gonna be tough for. I'm not saying Kuminga can't do it. It's gonna be tough for him to do it because Kerr always putting him in the doghouse. So it's hard to kind of get your game going.
Thank you.
Once a coach pulling you out, sitting you for not just one game, but you get
multiple games.
You getting DNPs multiple games. You ain't seeing the court at all. You ain't getting no minutes. So it's hard to kind of just step in once a guy like Steph get hurt, and now they relying on you because now they down in the series when you been giving me DNPs for multiple games. Like I ain't even been able to get going, and now I got to go in there, and because the main guy's out, be part of the reason why we pick up the slack to Steph get back.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough.
Like Steph is the system. Like my homeboy be saying it all the time. Like without Steph, it ain't no Golden State Warriors right now. You know what I mean? So
They
I don't
gotta
see-
tonight they gotta win tonight. It
Oh
ain't
yeah,
it
it's a
ain't
must win. Yeah, it's over if they don't. Steph might not even shouldn't
Every
even come
game
back.
from now on is like a game 7. This must win.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we lose tonight, Steph shouldn't even come back because we're not winning.
That's
Three
it.
straight.
Get 'em out. So you don't want to go to Minnesota down 3-1 because
No, you
Anthony
don't.
Edwards.
If we
Just-
do it, just sit them.
Yeah.
Just sit them, man. If we go
Anthony
down
Edwards-
3-1, sit them.
So Anthony Edwards gonna send that ass home. I think he's a legend killer. He's gonna send that ass home if they go up 3-1, go to Minnesota and close that series. One more. Boston and New York. I think they're playing right now. So is it a must win for Boston or a must win for New York?
What's the series? 2-1, 3-1?
New York.
2-1 Knicks. Yeah.
Yeah, 2-1 New
I
York.
think the Knicks got to win. If the Knicks let them tie it up, Boston winning. To me, the Knicks is more pressure on the Knicks to win it because you go up 3-1, you pretty much won it. I still think Boston can come back from 3-1, but if Boston tie it up, yeah, it's pretty much. I think Boston pretty much got it. So to me, it's more on the Knicks. You know what I mean? Because nobody expected them to be up against the Boston. Now Boston, they got pressure on them, but I don't think as much as the Knicks, man. Because I think the Knicks they should win after going up 2-0, and you come back and lose. Nah, you don't want to be up 2-0 then eventually lose the series.
And I think New York is the Boston. No, I think New York's the underdog. I think they're the underdog. So I'm gonna go with Boston. I think the pressure's on Boston to tie this series up because they're expected to win. They're the champions from last year, so everyone expects Boston not to be in this position. I'm shocked Boston's in this position, but I do think the pressure is on Boston to come out. The last game, they was hitting those shots. They blew New York out the water. So I don't know the score now, but I think the pressure is on to win.
The score. Let me see. Oh, they tied up at 22.
Yeah, it's still early.
Yeah, it's still early. First quarter, they tied at 22. But I don't know, man. I think the pressure is to me is on the Knicks because the Knicks, even though the Knicks went up 2-0, they really didn't play good enough to be up 2-0. They just lucky that Boston blew 2 20-point leads and they missed 45 threes. It's not nothing that the Knicks did that looked so dominant to go up 2-0 on the Boston Celtics. It's more so what the Celtics didn't do. The Celtics didn't protect a 20-point lead. They blew 2 20-point. They blew it twice, back-to-back games, and they missed 45 threes. So it's nothing the Knicks did that was so good that go up 2-0. They didn't outplay Boston. It's just that Boston choked the game away. They tricked the game off, tricked both games off. So it's more of what Boston didn't do versus what the Knicks did. The Knicks really ain't look good in these 3 games. You know what I'm saying? They gotta look at it like, damn, bro, we lucky we got 2 games in Boston. Even though a win is a win and it don't even matter at this point as long as you get a win. Yeah. But they didn't look good. It ain't what they did to win the game, it's what Boston didn't do for the Knicks that won the game for the Knicks. Like you said, you can't lose 2 20-point leads. There's no way you lose 2 20-point leads and then you miss 45 threes. So that's nothing the Knicks done. That's more of what Boston did and didn't do. They missed 45 threes and they didn't protect a 20-point lead in which they had in both games. So the Knicks ain't even played well enough to be up 2-1. So they got to put together a good game, you know what I'm saying, to capitalize on taking 2 in Boston. Because if you don't and Boston tied up going back to Boston, I don't think Boston's going to play that bad for 2 more games like they did the first 2. But actually, Boston didn't play bad. They just didn't protect the 20-point lead. They collapsed and choked off a 20-point lead.
Choked them off, man.
I don't understand how you do that twice. You know, once I could see, but not twice at home, back-to-back games at home. I don't understand that.
Yeah, that was horrible. That was bad. But now the last game, their shot was falling. They blew New York out the water.
Yeah.
So
You should have blew them out the water the last 2 games.
they should have. And we wouldn't be sitting up here having that discussion because Boston probably be up 3 games to
Yeah, that'd probably be a closeout game.
Yeah, if they had just held on to them 20-point leads, which they didn't even need to shoot threes when you up by 20. All you got to do is drive the basket in, and they got Tatum, Brown. They got guys that can drive.
That
the
can get to
basket
the
and
hole.
create
Yeah,
fouls.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, and just go to the line and hit the free throws, and you would have. I mean, just ran the clock out. You would have. I mean, you would have been up 2 games, but you really you missing 45 threes was basically the Knicks' defense. They didn't have to play D. All they had to do was just rebound off your missed shots. Your missed shots basically was defense for the Knicks.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Well,
the
NFL schedule is out. I'm excited. I'm happy. My Browns look pretty good. I didn't see their schedule, but I know they look good. I seen a little bit of mini camp stuff for Sedeur Sanders. He looked pretty good. But we're gonna get into the schedule. So, did y'all see the schedule first of all? Did y'all see the NFL schedule come out?
I saw some of the games. I know we played. I saw I forgot who played on Christmas. I think it's
I didn't see it. The only one I seen was the opening. The Dallas and Philly opened up the season.
That was gonna be one of the games I wanted to talk about. The Dallas Cowgirls, that's what I call them, and the Philadelphia Eagles. They're gonna kick off the season. I think Thursday Night Football. I'm excited for this game. I am an Eagles fan because they got a lot of Alabama players on there. But here's the thing. Can they – I know it's too early, but it's never too late to talk about it. Can they repeat and get back to the Super Bowl with that roster that they have?
Hell yeah. They the best team in the NFC right now. Like on paper and the way they play, to me, they definitely could get back because they division right now. I mean, Dallas, you know how they do. Washington is up and coming, but I don't know. We're going to see how Jaden Daniels play over at NFC North. You know what I'm saying? You got 3 good teams, but Minnesota, I think, going to take a step back. And then Detroit with their coaching situations, you never know how they're going to do. This is not just the coaches, it's the staff too. You know what I mean? So we're going to see how they rebound. And with Green Bay, it's their 3rd year with Jordan Love. So they got a lot to prove. But, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of question marks in the NFC North going in the NFC South, question mark period with those teams. And then the NFC, what else is the NFC West?
Yeah.
They better than every NFC West team, you know what I'm saying? So they definitely have a chance. I think they're the favorite to go back. So there's really no teams that's really touching them right now. So until, you know what I'm saying, you play on the field, man, because it only takes 1 game. So but I think they could get back with the roster they got right now.
Yeah, I think they could too. I think the only thing that can stop them is injuries. If they have like a key player or players with significant injuries that's gonna miss like a bunch of time. But other than that, I think they could get back to the Super Bowl. And then you look at the assets, they got draft picks and future draft picks and all this other kind of stuff. So even if something like that do happen,
they deep.
They deep, and they could go out and make a trade for, I don't know, like let's just say, what's my man in Cincinnati, the one that's going with the contract negotiation?
Trey Henderson.
Yeah, let's just say something happened along their defensive line. They got enough assets where if Cincinnati ain't paid this dude, by the trade deadline or whatever, they could just go and trade for this dude for for half a season rental just to get, to offset the injury that happened along their defensive line, and they don't even have to pay him if they don't, if they don't want to. They could just get him as a rental just to get back to the Super Bowl until they get back along the defensive line. So they got assets to just do little stuff like that, and keep another team from getting them. So teams like that, they really can only stop themselves, or of course injuries, so Is nobody out there that should be able to stop them. They should still be the favorite to get there.
Yeah, they definitely the favorite.
Like I said, unless an injury or something happen, but they loaded and they young. So
Right.
they really set up for years to come. Not just, it's not like if they don't get there this year, like San Francisco window was closed. You know what I mean? That last couple years they should have gotten one and they window was closed or closed in. Philly ain't like that. Philly young pretty much everywhere that it matters. They young up front on the D line. They young on the back end in the secondary. They got a healthy Saquon. They got a Jalen Hurts. They got two solid receivers that actually fit with AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. So, and then they got a serviceable tight end and they got a good offensive line. So they really made and set up to be around for the next, 4 years. The only issue they gonna have is when it comes time to pay people. They gonna have to pick and choose who to pay because a lot of people gonna be coming up for a payday around the same time. So they gonna have to kind of juggle the cap to figure out who stays, who goes, how much they get if they stay, and who we should trade before that. So that's the only issue they gonna have. But as far as just playing football through the season, if they don't have no significant injuries to key players, they should go through the NFC.
I heard they might trade AJ Brown. I heard they was looking at trading him. I don't know how true that was, but hey, Shaw, what team? I mean, what school do the Philadelphia Eagles go for? Like, who's those players that they be like, okay, what school is that?
Alabama.
Especially on the line. No. Especially on that line, on that defensive side. What school did them boys go to?
They went to Alabama.
I don't know about the Alabama. Where Jalen, his first name Jalen.
Oh, Jalen Carter?
Yeah.
That old bomb college out there in Georgia.
Nolan Smith.
Right. You keep naming them. Some big hitters on that defensive side, man.
Nakobe Dean.
Yeah, that's what New England used to do. Remember, they used to draft guys from Alabama all the time in LSU.
And they just drafted a guy from Bama, the linebacker, Campbell.
It's like, man, we're gonna get guys now.
Yeah, they did get Campbell, yeah.
Yeah, Jaleel Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
This boy is steady getting some good players, though. I ain't gonna lie. On that defensive side, man, offensive side pretty shaky though. I want to see how Cooper DeJean, whatever his name is. I want to see his sophomore.
He's gonna be good. Don't worry about Cooper. He's gonna be fine.
He gonna be all right.
Quinyon Mitchell.
Yeah, I think Mitchell gonna be nice. I don't know about Cooper. We'll see what's up with Cooper.
I think he'll be fine. The rookies here, like Travis Hunter and guys like that, who's gonna make an immediate impact on their team this season?
When you say immediate impact, you mean like who's gonna have a good season, or who's gonna
who's gonna have a good season, like a real good season,
or who's gonna help their team go from what you thought they wasn't gonna be to actually being possibly a playoff team.
We can do both. We can do both.
I don't think Jacksonville is gonna be a playoff team, even with Travis Hunter. I'm thinking he's gonna have a good season, but I don't think Jacksonville is gonna be a playoff team. Not in the AFC. I mean, the AFC, that's tough. Yeah, that's tough. They not. But a impact player that's gonna help. I don't know. That's tough, bro. Because it was a lot of teams that was already good. They got good players.
All right, we can go down the first round picks. All right, so Cam Ward. You think Cam Ward gonna change them boys?
They'll be better, but I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs. They'll be better. Cam Ward's gonna make them a better team, but not a playoff team.
All right, I like Cam Ward. I might have to say they may sneak into the playoffs.
Tennessee?
Well, for them to sneak in the playoffs, they're gonna have to at least win a division, and I don't think they're gonna beat Houston out for that division. So I don't see them getting in the playoffs. They'll be better, then they'll be better than what they won last year, 4 games, something like that.
Yeah,
So
something like that. Yeah,
they might win 6 or 7 with Cam, but they not going to be a playoff team. Not this year.
not this year.
We said, or we already spoke on Travis. Abdul Carter for the Giants.
The Giants ain't going to be a playoff team.
They trash. They just like Dallas.
Then we got Campbell going to the Patriots. I don't think he's gonna do much. I think it's gonna help, but we ain't gonna see it. Game wise. I don't think we're gonna see it pretty much game wise.
No.
Graham for your boys, Browns.
Playoffs.
Playoffs?
Yeah, playoffs. That's Cleveland Browns.
So him and all your quarterbacks, they gonna make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, but guess what? I got a feeling. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. They have 5 quarterbacks on that roster in Cleveland.
Yep.
Somebody's gonna have to go.
Three of them gonna have to go. Oh.
Maybe 3, maybe 2 and 3 they have to go.
One gonna be on the practice squad though, but
I think Joe Flacco's gonna be quarterback number 1. I'm about to say it. I think Dylan Gabriel is gonna be quarterback number 2. And Zadura Sanders and Kenny Pickett will be cut.
I can see that.
Kenny Pickett, you say he gonna be cut?
Super Bowl champion Kenny Pickett, man. That's a Super Bowl champion right there, man.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
He'll be cut, and then somebody like the Saints will pick him up.
What about your boy Genty? You think he gonna have a major impact with the Raiders?
I think he could. But I don't see the Raiders making the playoffs either.
Neither.
Nah, but he'll have a good season though. I think he'll have a real good season.
This is what I want to ask y'all too. Your boy Shamar Stewart. Was he that good in college to be doing what he doing now? Holding out?
Talking about the one from Texas A&M?
Yeah, the one that's going to the Bengals. Yeah, the one that went to Texas A&M.
For his contract, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
The other dude doing it too. The linebacker that came from South Carolina. I think they took him in the 2nd round. He holding out.
They're not good to be doing that. They do.
Like, I don't think y'all should. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless it's not like they top 3 draft picks.
Top 3 or maybe top 5, top 10. Yeah, you can. I mean, you got a little bit, but
he number 17.
Yeah. No.
And did they trade up to get him?
I think they did.
Yeah, that's crazy.
To my Cincinnati.
Yeah, I think Stewart. I think he holding out.
No, I think they was already picking at 17.
Oh, okay.
They don't need to do that. They
no, what's the name traded up? I'm thinking about Atlanta. But yeah, so they picked him at 16.
They didn't get their ass on
17. Yeah, like for real, man. You not that the number 17 pick. Ain't no other, you know what I'm saying? Nah. And when he get paid, he gonna have so much pressure on him. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I don't know. What do y'all think? Jackson Dart? They traded up to get him. You think he gonna do something?
I don't know. I don't even think he starts the season.
No,
I think it's gonna be one of them quarterbacks gonna get cut too. It's either Russell Wilson or Jameis Winston.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, they got Russell Wilson. I forgot.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna carry 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah, I forgot about Russ.
I think Russell Wilson gonna be QB number 1.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
I think they're gonna cut Jameis Winston. I really do. I think they'll cut him.
Yeah, I mean, he really not. Yeah, I don't
because
he'll go back to the Saints.
Better. He definitely should go back to the Saints.
He should have gone because Derek Carr is retired. But with the Giants, I say you're gonna keep Dort anyway. You know, so you might as well get rid of Jameis Winston. So I think about New Orleans. But I bet you the Saints. The
New
Saints
Orleans have 3 quarterbacks. New Orleans, they drafted 1 too.
Oh yeah,
he's an old man. He's about 80 years old.
And then last year they got
80 years old.
They had Spencer Rattler last year as a backup.
Oh yeah, they got Ratliff. Yeah, they do got Ratliff.
Yeah.
But
That's not
they need some competition over there. All right, so what receiver? You got McMillan. Who else you got? You got the how you say dude name? The little African Igbuka. Golden. You got
Emeka
Golden.
Egbuka.
Yeah,
Emeka
so
Egbuka.
they all
like
picked in the first round.
I think McMillan is gonna be because he's gonna start right. He's gonna start day one. McMillan. I think he's gonna be. I think he'll have 1,000 yards receiving this year as a rookie.
It's possible.
Well, McMillan.
Yeah, for Carolina, I think he will because this is the
Hit
year.
that like button for me.
This is the year where Bryce Young. This is his third year,
Mm-hmm.
and they really went and added some offensive pieces for him. Like they drafted McMillan, they drafted Jimmy Horn. You know, they drafted Xavier Legette last year in the draft. They traded up to get him last year in the draft. They had a veteran receiving Adam Thielen there, and they got Chuba Hubbard. I think he was I ain't gonna say. I know he was over 1,000 yards rushing this year. He was like top 6 in rushing this year. They got him a tight end last year in the draft. And then they added another running back in free agency this year from Dallas, Rico Dow, and then they drafted Trevor Etienne out of Georgia. So they really added some offensive weapons for him to have, and they went and spent big last offseason on the O-line. So offensively, they went out and they done did major upgrades offensively for him. So now this is the year he got to really show that he is the franchise guy. This is third year. So he gonna have to air it out because now he got weapons. So Tech McMillan, I think he'll have 1,000 yards receiving because he opens up the offense. You know, 6'4" guy running a 4.4 in the 40, and then you got Xavier Legette 6'4" running a 4.3. So you got twin towers on the outside. So you know, I think Tech McMillan is gonna have he's gonna be 1,000 yards. Now I'm not saying he's gonna be like 1,300, 1,400, but he might have a little over 1,000 yards.
Yeah, he's gonna crack that 1,000 yard mark.
Yeah, he'll crack the 1,000 yard mark if he don't get hurt and have no type of injury setback. But I think he opens up the offense more. So you know, and I don't really see teams double teaming a rookie. You know what I mean? I don't know how many rookies came out the gate and was getting double. So yeah, so I could see that coverage next year. He cracked 1,000 this year, but he gonna see a lot of, in my opinion, a lot of one-on-one because I don't think people gonna.
Yeah, nobody gonna really travel him. Travel with him,
I don't think people gonna really respect. They gonna be looking at Carolina this year like they've been doing the past 2 years. They not gonna respect them. So I think he's gonna see a lot of one-on-one coverage.
Yeah, they're just gonna line up and play him
until he earned it.
Yeah. But you know, looking at the schedule, the teams they play, he's gonna see a lot of tough corners this year. You know, he's gonna see a lot of tough corners this year, but I don't think he's gonna see double coverage. You know, I don't think no defensive coordinator is gonna be scheming up. We gotta get him out. You know what I mean? So I think Carolina gonna take advantage of that this year. He gonna crack the 1,000 yard receiving mark.
I like what Carolina Panthers doing.
Yeah, I drafted your boy Bryce for my dynasty. Yeah. So Shaw, real quick. Shaw, say this real quick.
Huh?
Say that comment real quick.
Where at? Well, what I had to say?
No, I'm saying no. Just say that real quick. They want you to say this. Nah, Soulja Boy. They saying you look like Soulja Boy. You.
Go ahead and crank it.
It's crazy, man. Hey, but I will say this about Carolina. I will say this about Bryce Young. You got a good running back there. If it ain't there, give it to that running back. Let him take some of that pressure off for you, because if it ain't there, give it to Chubb, let him run the ball. He had a hell of a season last year. I think he'll do it again. But I got Carolina doing really good this year. They could make the playoffs. They got a good team now.
I mean, shoot, with that division too, you never know.
Year 3, you got to get it together. And And Caleb Williams, I have to say this. Caleb Williams. This is his third year, right? Or his second? This is his third year?
Second.
Oh, okay. Well, he got time. I'm about to say, well, he got to get it together.
No, this is Jordan Love's third year starting. I think it's more pressure on Jordan Love than Caleb Williams. This is Jordan Love's third year starting. So.
Okay, yeah. Once you get that third year, you gotta get into gear. So I'm gonna give Caleb another year to crank it up. But it was sometimes.
Hold on. You keep on talking about crank it up.
I like Caleb Williams. I got his jersey.
No, but you keep talking about crank it up. Hold on.
Yeah, I think he played good at times. It was just that offensive line. But
crank it up.
I got the new dance for y'all.
Crank it up, man.
Hey, these glasses came from Temu. Yeah, I had to get my Temu glasses.
Then y'all
Oh, you got it from
Golden
Temu
too, don't?
Yeah, I got the black one. I got some black ones too, but
Nah, the white ones are soldiers.
yeah, I don't know what happened to them. I had some black ones too, but I don't know. I was at work one day. I think they fell off my head or something.
Golden. I think Golden, because people was like he got speed, but it really didn't show in the field though. But other people said it's because of the quarterback tactic. You know what I'm saying? The quarterback didn't have a strong arm. Ewers or whatever his quarterback name was, he didn't have as strong a big arm. So Golden had to really, you know what I'm saying, gauge it, so he really couldn't showcase his speed like that. So I don't know. We'll see how it go. I don't think he's going to get 100 yards because the way we are, I don't think a rookie's going to get 1,000 yards. I mean, in a season, he might get like 600 yards to 700. But then, you know what I'm saying, now we got Jaden Reed crying about, you know what I'm saying, his role now. It's like, come on, man. Like, you drop passes. Jaden Reed was dropping passes. Wicks was dropping passes. Everybody. Watson dropping passes. Now Drew Rosen, because now his agent is Rosenhaus. You know how Rosenhaus could. He could be a fool. You know what I mean? So it's like, come on, man. Like, don't be crying about that we picked a receiver the first round. Like, you should have been catching the balls.
Gotta catch the ball. You got
man. Stop crying, man. Like, Jair started just crying and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and then you got Wicks. He didn't get the ball. He stopped coming to practice. It's like, man, LaFleur gonna have to tighten them boys up, man. Like, they too soft over there, man.
Yeah. Damn, Green Bay.
I know.
We'll see how they look next. Well, this season, the season's gonna start in September. So we'll see. But I do got a surprise team. I do want to say this though. Minnesota. And what is their quarterback, the rookie that was hurt last year?
JJ McCarthy.
Yes. Do you guys think that he will be the answer at quarterback for Minnesota when he gets? Well, he's back, but will he be the answer for Minnesota?
I hope not. I've never seen the dude play, but as a Green Bay fan, I hope not. Ralph know more about him than I do, probably.
JJ McCarthy.
Yeah. If I was him, if I was McCarthy, and you got one of the best wide receivers in the game, I would just throw the ball up and pray that he get it. That's what I would. Just throw the damn ball up, and Jefferson will get it. And I'm down to 10. He will get it. But,
yeah. So who makes the playoffs this year that didn't make it last year?
Cleveland.
Come on, man. Let me see. I'll say on the NFC side, let me see. Because the NFC South, who made it on the NFC South? I can see Atlanta. Atlanta didn't make it, right? Atlanta better make it.
No, they didn't make it.
Atlanta, I can see Atlanta on the NFC side. AFC side. Nah, New Orleans ain't doing nothing.
New Orleans. Man, please.
Come on, dog.
Man, please. New Orleans ain't gonna make it next year, the year after that, and probably won't make it the year after that. Shit.
Who didn't make it? Oh, the Broncos made it, huh?
I know Pittsburgh is not making it.
Yeah, I don't see Pittsburgh making it.
So take Pittsburgh out, and I probably will replace Pittsburgh with
Cincinnati.
Yeah, Cincinnati.
I can see Cincinnati sticking in there.
I can see Cleveland going deep into the playoffs.
Deep.
Deep.
Here right now, do you think you guys are going to have a better season than the Bengals?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cleveland Browns, baby, the dog pound.
Oh man.
Yeah, I got a better defense than them, but I don't know, man. So if Shador start, he better sew up that defense. He better, you know what I'm saying?
If Sador ever starts, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen.
Anybody.
They're gonna knock his head off. They're gonna eat him up.
Yeah, anybody. But I saw your boy throw a couple of interceptions in practice. It's only practice though.
Yeah, mini camp, it didn't look good. But that's what I'm saying. He's not gonna be the quarterback. Because I seen somebody on Facebook talking about everyone's riding Sador Sanders' coattail. So I told him, I said, look, I said, there's no way he's gonna start. They were like, oh, Sador Sanders gonna be quarterback number one. I said, no. I said, absolutely not. They said, why? I said, well, why? I said, why would he be quarterback number one? You know, he's out here on the field throwing interceptions. But it was at times he did throw some pretty good, throws, but not QB number one. No, that's Joe Flacco until something happens.
Because who's y'all receivers though? I mean, I know who y'all
We
got
have-
receivers.
Jerry Judy,
Oh, yeah, I got Judy. Okay.
and then the tight end David Njoku.
Y'all gonna bring back Josh Gordon?
The other ones, I don't know the other ones.
Josh Gordon.
Y'all might as well bring back Josh Gordon, man. Drug test him real quick.
No, we don't need Josh Gordon. We don't need him. He
Y'all
smoked.
Y'all not gonna bring back Chubb?
I would love for that to happen. I would love for that to happen, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Nah, they're not gonna bring back Chubb.
I can see Chubb going to Dallas.
Dallas. And plus, he's what? He's 27, 28.
He up there. He close to 30.
Yeah, he been having them knee injuries though, man.
Yeah, he not gonna be. He ain't gonna be Chubb. Just like they try to bring Zeke back. He not gonna be. Yeah, he's not gonna be that Chubb.
That he was, man. I hate to see that, but nah, man.
Chubb was my guy, man. Chubb was my guy.
I don't see
like
Minnesota going 14-3 again.
Hell nah, man.
Yeah,
Now we know
don't see
JJ McCarthy.
he's over with.
No, I think Chicago is gonna be better.
Chicago definitely gonna be better. Well, they better be. They
They
gonna get
definitely-
more. Yeah, they. I ain't gonna lie, man. Them boys got better. I don't think we going to the. I think we could go to the playoffs. I think we could get at least 2 teams. I don't know if we're gonna get 3 teams in, but we definitely should get 2 teams in the NFC North. Because I still think the Lions is better than us. Yeah, because they just got talent over there, man. Coaching wise, we got better coaching than them now, but talent wise, them boys is loaded over there.
I know their defensive player, Andrew Hutchinson. Man, I don't think he's gonna be back. With that injury, I don't know.
They said, I mean, they tried to say if the Lions went to the Super Bowl that he would have been back for the Super Bowl, but I don't think he would have been that effective though. So I hope he take Aiden Hutchinson, man. Take your time, man.
Because with an injury like that, man, you don't want to rush. You don't want to rush back with that type of injury, man.
Rush it. No, you can rush it. Rush it so that bad boy can snap again.
No,
rush back.
Because you would snap that thing off.
Thank you. Rush back. Never mind. Don't take your time. Rush back so you can snap it.
Man, that was ugly.
That's
dude, nasty though. That boy Hutchinson.
That was ugly.
Because they showed the video of him working out, and it's like he stumbled a little bit, like he maybe hurt himself again. But I was like, come on, man. Don't do this.
Yeah.
Don't do this. But Detroit is a good team. They got a great roster in Detroit, though. They got a lot of
loaded over there, man. Loaded. But it's
They're-
coaching matters. So we're gonna see. My boy, what's his name? The head coach, he's a rah-rah type of dude, but you need them X's and O's guys, and they lost the X's and O's guys. So they're gonna win some games because of all the talent they got. Like, but we've seen them with talent before, and they don't do much. You know what I'm saying? When they had Megatron, Stafford, they had talent over there, but they just don't do nothing with it.
I think Detroit will take that division again. Just for right now, but things can change. But I can see Detroit.
I hope we take it. But Bears should be there too, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they got. I like to see it, but Before we get out of here, I
They
want
should be
to see this
much better.
rivalry. Huh?
The Bears should be much better.
They should be. They should be.
On
We're gonna
paper,
see.
they better.
They
better
added
on
that
paper.
tight end, what's his from Michigan?
Was
in
it
the first
Loveland?
round. Yeah,
Warren?
Loveland. They added
Loveland,
him and Luther Burton.
Yeah.
And Komet is not bad either though. You know what I mean? Like Komet is decent.
But you know, Ben Johnson liked them 2 tight ends.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because he was working with 2 tight ends in Detroit. So that's what, and then like you said, he add Luther Burton, and you already got
I think
Rome
DJ Moore.
Odunze.
I think that's writing on the wall for DJ Moore. I think this whenever DJ Moore contract is up, they ain't signing him back.
Nah, they not. They not. But I think Luther Burton was just basically coming in as like Rome Odunze did last year.
Yeah, he gonna
And
come up.
DJ Moore is just gonna replace what they losing in Keaton Allen. So, like you said, to your point, when his contract come up again, they just gonna either trade him at the deadline or not re-sign him because they gonna have Luther Burton and Rome Odunze, and then there's 2 tight ends.
All right.
Right.
They're not
Yeah.
paying. They not gonna pay more.
No.
Yeah.
Yo!
We got one more. We can get out of here. Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels. We know they played a great game last year. Could that be a future NFL rivalry between those 2 quarterbacks?
As long as it's one-sided.
Say that again. Say what now?
Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels. Remember they had that great game last year? I think it was
Yeah.
overtime, I think. Could they have a rivalry, you know, like the Tom Brady's and Peyton Manning's and so on in the future?
Oh,
As long as Washington winning most of them, I'm good with it.
We really don't have one. We really don't have no good rivalries that much. And,
yeah, because they won on a Hail Mary.
yeah.
Yeah, because we played him. We played the NFC East this year, so because the Bears and the Eagles, they say play on Black Friday, and then they say the Broncos and the Chiefs play on Christmas though. But for them two, yeah, they both Washington trying to add more pieces. They look like a good team coming up. And Bears do too. Like I said, Bears on paper, they nice.
They do look nice on paper.
Yeah,
They really do.
and we're gonna see if Washington could duplicate what they did. But those are 2 nice young quarterbacks. Even though I don't like Caleb because he's on the Bears, but yeah, they could definitely be. You know what I'm saying, a good little rivalry.
Yeah. I think it could possibly happen. But I'm not gonna be on alone. I'm ready to go to work. But anybody got any last remarks that they want to say before we get out of here?
Man, we just can't believe the Dallas Mavs got the first pick. Nobody was thinking about the Mavs. It was either the Utah Jazz, the Charlotte Hornets, or the Washington Wizards was the top 3 teams people was
And
thinking.
the Charlotte Hornets do they ever get the first round pick? And they be always garbage. They don't ever. They don't ever get the first round pick, man.
That's why I think Dallas should just keep Cooper on side. Don't trade him now because I think he got a better chance of winning in Dallas than he would in Washington.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well,
He's actually in a good spot.
well, this team better win tonight. You know what I'm saying? This team right here, do something tonight. Huh?
They don't got a choice but to win tonight.
They play tonight, right?
Yeah. I'll say this though. If Golden State loses this series, I'm gonna say this. I'll blow it up. If they don't
I
win
mean,
this.
we signed Jimmy to another 2 years though, but I'll try to get Giannis. I don't think we can, but I don't know. Draymond getting older, still acting stupid. I don't know what we gonna do with Kuminga. Kerr gotta go, man. Like when Steph Curry experiment's over with, I don't know. He said, my boy ASAP said Edwards over there moving like Thanos. Man, you ain't never lied about that, man.
Yeah. He's in the game. Edwards was
I like that
he wasn't doing nothing, man. Shit, the second half.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because third quarter he took off. It's like, come on,
Yeah.
man.
Steve Kerr ain't gonna go until Curry gone.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere. But
Yeah.
I think Boston winning right now though, and not by much, but Boston took the lead.
Yeah. Boston win the whole series.
Huh?
Boston can win the whole damn series.
I don't know, man. Hey, Ralph, real quick, tell us about your No, we'll wait till Donovan. Donovan want to hear it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait. So let me ask you real quick before we get out of here. If Boston come back and win this series, do the Knicks fire Tom Thibodeau?
Yes.
And they better.
Absolutely. We don't got no choice.
Because Boston's up by 12 now.
That's it. Look, Boston will win this. Boston will go home. They're going to go this series out. Maybe like on Monday and Tuesday, we're going to see breaking news on the screen. New York going to fire Coach Thibodeau. This is about the second or third time I done heard someone ask that. Well, New York, if they lose this series, bet your ass they're going to fire Coach Thibodeau if they don't win it.
Because think about it, like I said earlier, it's not the Knicks beating Boston, it's Boston beating themselves. So even though the Knicks went up 2-0, it ain't like the Knicks played well to say we up 2-0. Boston just blew it. Yeah, Boston just choked it off. So it ain't like Tibbs is coaching it up to a 2-0 lead or whatever. Like Missoula just messed up 2 20-point leads in both games. So
and
it ain't Tibbs. Yeah.
The way it's going, Boston might go up another 20. We're gonna see how that is.
And you know, I do like Jalen Brunson, because New York was losing, and Jalen Brunson was on the bench. You don't put your star player on the bench in games like this, sit him out for half the damn quarter. You have him in the game, and so I was looking at them. I said, man, Jalen Brunson's been on the bench for a minute. So that's just one thing, that I think. I think the stars and superstars that be on that court. I just think Coach Thibodeau need to do it if Boston win this series. But if Boston go up 20 or even 30, yeah,
Boston gonna win it. If they tie it up, Boston win it.
You got the next weekend at home. Ain't no way.
Cleveland better win. Cleveland.
No, Donovan Mitchell's probably not playing tonight. The next game, he's gonna be out again.
Yeah,
Cleveland better win. That's who better win.
No, he's over with.
You think it's over with Cleveland? I didn't see that coming, man.
I think it's over.
Yeah, it's over with, man. It's over, man. You can't get beat like that, man.
You can't. You just can't get whooped like that.
That's back-to-back years. Because if you remember last year when Cleveland beat Orlando in the first round, they went 7 games, but Cleveland beat them in the first round. And once they got to the second round to play Boston, it was either Darius Garland was hurt or Donovan Mitchell was hurt. Yeah. Now fast forward to this year's playoffs, Donovan Mitchell was hurt and Darius Garland hurt again in the exact same round. So Cleveland is not going to go past the second round unless they can get those two guys healthy in the playoffs, because they good enough to win a round 1, but when it gets tougher in round 2, you need them two guys. And last year, and I didn't see JB Biggerstaff getting fired, which I don't understand why he got fired looking at the job he went to Detroit and did. It's just the fact that, like what's going on now, it happened last year. Darius Garland was hurt and Mitchell got hurt. And they never really played enough together in that second round, just like they ain't playing enough together in this second round. And they getting beat by, I'm not saying they would have beat Boston last year in a 7-game series, but I think they could have went at least. They could have went it to a game 7.
Yeah, for sure.
If them two, but same thing happening. And now you got Kenny Atkinson taking over. He got Coach of the Year with the same team. That's about to get bounced in the second round that JB Biggerstaff had, and they fired the man after the season, which is
don't make no sense, man.
It don't. That's why I'm sitting there looking at Cleveland. I say, man, this is not good. This is horrible. But Indiana, no, those guys.
Yeah, they were saying that They voted this year that Halliburton was the most overrated player too. this
So
year.
did.
That's crazy.
It's I looked at it. I said, it may be true. I said Halliburton is not even. I haven't seen him score a 40, 30-point game
He don't
yet.
score like that. Yeah, he don't.
He scored what? He can
He a point
15.
guard. Yeah, he dish it out.
Yeah, he dished it out. And they're going up in there whooping teams, but like Cleveland's done. But I don't think Indiana get you the second round. I mean the other round. If Boston,
No, Boston gonna take that.
and they play Indiana, Boston get back to the finals. So that's what
They
but in the West, man,
Ant-Man to the rescue, man.
man's tough.
Instead of
Yeah.
Dallas this time, it might be Minnesota
I would love to see this
or
Western
OKC.
Conference finals between Oklahoma and Minnesota. That would be a pretty good series if that happens.
Yeah, but you can't count out Boston though. Boston making it tough for them boys. Our boy
You can't-
Joker is nasty.
Yeah, and in Cleveland, I will say this: the MVP race. I've had SGA, but I'm like, man, that dude's something else, man. He's really great. It's gonna be a tough MVP race, though. I'm very sure of it, but I just think whoever gets their team further will probably win the MVP. But it's gonna be tough between those two right now to win MVP. But that series going to check.
Yep.
That series going to 7. But all right, guys. I don't have enough left. Do you guys have anything left?
Nah, man, we'll talk about stuff next week, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate both y'all.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
Till next week, man. Hopefully Golden State, but I doubt it, man. We'll be talking about Ant-Man and probably SGA.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Probably, yeah, probably so.
Yeah. All right. We up out of here.
All right, fellas. Next week.
Yep.
Yeah.